Representative Lancia.
Thank you, Speaker. This is an issue that I certainly have struggled with myself. I did receive a letter from one of my constituents, and I just want to make sure that his few words are part of this conversation, and so I'm just going to share a couple of points he makes. He just makes the point that now, during this time of a sluggish recovery, and a few folks have mentioned that, and more companies leaving like Benny's, and that was just mentioned, he feels it's a bad time for additional business mandates. The economic costs, he goes on to say, will disproportionately impact small businesses, the same small businesses of which he is one that have been struggling to survive to avoid layoffs. And when someone loses his or her job, the result is the equivalent of unpaid leave. But he goes on to say that the expense of this mandate will cause me to restructure my benefits program and my employees prefer our current benefits package, and he also will have to remove the $1,000 scholarship that he provides per employee for professional development training. He says this will impede his ability to grow his business and add jobs in this state's high-cost, increasingly, as he phrases it, an anti-business climate. And he's also concerned about the higher minimum wage set for 2018. He says businesses like his can continue to absorb all these added labor costs. He also feels that tourism, hospitality, and retail industries and other businesses that rely on part-time employment will be impacted the hardest. He says also that some people assume that he as an employer does not care about his employees. But he says that he works with his employees to let them take time off they need to balance their career and family. And he said this guaranteed leave legislation will have a negative effect on his business, other small business owners, and workers. And he does indicate that he is a business owner with more than 18 employees. So, hearing from a business owner who I know is struggling and talking about some of the businesses that are still struggling, so I have to weigh that against, the other side as well. So I do struggle with this. But I do understand a lot of small businesses have been or are closing, and we continue to put the mandates on, and I try to weigh those two together. So I just wanted to share that. He gave it to me, said I could share it. I just wanted to share that. Thank you so much, Speaker.